Firebolt Ag is a full-service fertilizer and chemical company that is here to help you increase your yields and profits. From our warehouse to the fields, count on Firebolt Ag to provide you professional and friendly service. We also provide cash marketing with our ag consultant and have options for crop insurance as well. Firebolt Ag, farmers helping farmers succeed.
We all make bad choices. Your insurance carrier doesn't have to be one of them. Make a choice you won't regret. The foremost choice.
In our area, ranching and farming are more than just jobs. They represent family traditions and a way of life. They are an essential part of our community. At First National Bank and Trust, community is what matters most. From agriculture to education, we support the talents and passions of those who make our community one to be proud of and a place to call home. First National Bank and Trust, where community matters most.
Welcome to the Panther Stadium and the 2021 home track meet here at Phillipsburg. We've got some results we're going to share with you before we get our running events underway. At 5:45, we'll have the first running event of the 4x8 women's relay. But before we get to there, let's take a look at some results that we've got so far for field events. In the girls' javelin, in first place, Reuter of Norton. In second place, Hutchison of Smith Center. In third place, Hawks of Norton. Fourth place, Schroeder of Beloit. Fifth place, Puga of Norton, and in sixth place, Pockabir of Phillipsburg. All right, looking at some more results here. We also have the girls' discus. In first place, we have Carter of Beloit with a throw of 103 feet 6 inches. Then we have in second place, Prochaska of Beloit. Third place, Hawks of Norton. Fourth place, Durking of Phillipsburg. Fifth place, Rentschler of Smith Center, and in sixth place, Archer of Smith Center. Looking at some more field results, we've got the boys' discus. In first place with a throw of 150 feet 10 inches is Seifert from Beloit. Second place is Hawks of Norton. Third place, Burks of Beloit. Fourth place, McKenzie of Smith Center. Fifth place, Hanchett of Phillipsburg. And in sixth place, Hairsnape of Smith Center. Going on to the girls' shot put, we've got first place Sasha Wassinger of TMP with a toss of 34 feet 11 inches. And in second place we have Puga of Norton. Third place Derking of Phillipsburg. Fourth place Carter of Beloit. Fifth place Rentschler of Smith Center. And in sixth place Reiser of Beloit. In the boys' shot put, first place Hawks of Norton. Second place Seifert of Beloit. Third place, Hairsnape of Smith Center. Fourth place, Burks of Beloit. Fifth place, Widrig of Beloit. And in sixth place, Burrish of Phillipsburg. In the girls' long jump, first place, Nickel of Russell. Second place, Rushoff of TMP. Third place, Weigel of TMP. In fourth place, Basigal of TMP. In fifth place, Pockabir of Phillipsburg. And in sixth place, Bogner of Beloit. Boys' long jump, we've got Clark of Norton in first. Second, Harris of TMP. Third place, Tinoco of TMP. Fourth place, Pierman of Russell. And we have a tie in fifth place with Harding of Norton and Howell of Phillipsburg. Heading to the girls' triple jump, we've got Clydesdale of Norton in first. In second place, Rushoff of TMP. Third place, Renee of Russell. Fourth place, Jacobs of Phillipsburg. Fifth place, Long of Smith Center. And sixth place, Schroeder of Beloit. We're going to take a break on those results here and take a look at what's going on here at the track. All right. Looks like our Girls aren't ready yet to start, but we're getting close to that. We'll head back to some results here while we're waiting. Okay, so for some results. In the boys triple jump, we have Clark of Norton taking first. In second place, Walker of Beloit. Third place was Lang of TNP. Fourth place, McKenzie of Smith Center. Fifth place, Plummel of Russell. And in sixth place, Harding of Norton. In the girls' high jump, first place went to Schlottman of TNP. Second place, Sieb of TNP. Third place, Budke of Beloit. Fourth place, Yost of TNP. Fifth place, Bullock of Beloit. And a tie for sixth place with Miller of Norton and Rentschler of Smith Center. In the boys' high jump, first place, we've got Pierman of Russell. Second place, Strobel of Russell. Third place, Valencia of TNP. Fourth place, Harding of Norton. Fifth place, Howell of Phillipsburg. And sixth place, Warner of Smith Center. All right, we're going to take a look back at the track, see what we've got going there. It looks like we're getting ready to get closer to our starting point there. So, for our 4x8 girls meter relay, in lane 2 we have Beloit. In lane 3 we have Smith Center. In lane 4 we've got TNP. Lane 5 is Norton. And in lane 6 is Phillipsburg. Starting off for Beloit will be Bullock in the first leg. Starting for Smith Center will be Cameron Hutchison. For Hayes, Sieb will take the first leg. And for Norton, Rumback. And for Phillipsburg, Pockabeer. We'll start things off for our relay runners.
First call, 4x8 men. First call, 4x800 for the men.
Okay, looks like we got a little technical difficulty there, but we should be back in there. The race hasn't started yet, so we're still in good shape. Getting ready to start the 4x8. Again, we've got Beloit in lane 2, Smith Center in lane 3, Hayes in lane 4, Norton of lane 5, and Phillipsburg in lane 6. And they're off. Girls haven't quite made the cut yet, and you have to wait till after that first curve. And that's Rumbuck of Norton. And Hutchison and Smith Center fighting for that first position there as we approach the first, or actually the second curve. Of course, the time on your screen is an unofficial time, but will help give you a little idea of how they're pacing themselves. Still Smith Center and Norton fighting for that first position after the first lap of the 800, the first leg of the first lap of the first leg of the 4x8, and that's Pockabeer in third position, and Beloit's in fourth position.
Second call, boys 4x800 relay. Second call, boys 4x8.
That's Rumback of Norton, kind of putting a little bit of distance there, but Smith Center is staying right there in second. That's Hutchison of Smith Center. And Pachelbel in third for Phillipsburg as we approach this final curve. And they get ready to kick for the last stretch. Norton's Rumbach will be passing off to Hall. So Hall gets the handoff. Smith Center's Hutchison will be passing off to Kattenberg, and Pachelbel will be passing off to Babcock. Is that Emma? Well, that's not Babcock. That's Emma Honeycutt taking the second leg. There's a little change in plans, apparently. Relay team's getting a little bit distanced now. Norton with about a 20-meter lead over Smith Center, and Smith Center with about a 20-meter lead over Phillipsburg in third position. In fourth position, another 20, 30 meters back is TMP, and another 50 meters back is Beloit.
Third and final call, boys 4x8. Third and final call, boys 4x8. Please report now.
Okay, we're in the second lap of our second leg. Norton stretching out and with a pretty good lead over Smith Center, and in third, Phillipsburg. The distance between runners is staying pretty consistent. Here comes Norton. Norton's Hall getting ready to pass off to the third leg, Collins, as she finishes her leg of the race. And then for Smith Center, we have second leg Kattenberg getting ready to hand off to Ari Kochi. And Emma Honeycutt's kind of closing up the gap between Smith Center and Phillipsburg. She'll be handing off to Jalen Miller. All right, we're in the third leg. First lap, still the third leg. Norton still maintaining a comfortable lead. Up on Smith Center. Smith Center once had about a 20, 30 meter lead, and it looks like now it's about 10 meters. Jalen Miller's approaching, closing the gap there on Smith Center. We'll keep our camera on the top three places there, but we'll also let you know that TMP's still headed in 4th place, and Beloit's in 5th place. We've got 5 teams here in the. Norton is now in the second leg of they're in the 3rd leg, and she's in the 2nd lap. That's Collins for Norton. Norton is in the lead. Smith Center's in 2nd place. That's Eric Kochi in Smith Center, and Jalen Miller of Phillipsburg is in 3rd place, but she's only got about a good 3 strides before she overtakes Smith Center. Jaylyn's still hot on the heels of Smith Center as they head around the curve. Of course, Norton's in 1st. You can see all 3 top places right now. And Smith Center and Phillipsburg are battling it out there for position as they get ready to pass off to the last leg. Norton now handing off to Bailey of Norton. Jalen Miller passed off to Abby Babcock of Phillipsburg. And for Smith Center, Arachoki passed off to Talon Rentschler. So we're just starting the 4th leg of the girls 4x8. Norton still with a comfortable lead. Probably about a 20-meter lead. And in 2nd is Phillipsburg. And in 3rd, Smith Center. Norton's Bailey still maintaining a comfortable lead as she gets ready to come down this back stretch of her 1st lap of her 800 meters. Abby Babcock in 2nd for Phillipsburg. And in 3rd place, Talon Rentschler for Smith Center. And the gun has just sounded for the final lap of the 4x8. Norton still in the lead. Phillipsburg's Abby Babcock's in 2nd, and Rentschler in 3rd for Smith Center. There's Rentschler in 3rd. There's another runner in there. That's a Beloit runner, but Beloit has another lap to go. This is not Beloit's final lap. Norton's Bailey's coming around the last curve. And the runners are coming across the curve. This is Babcock's first 4x8 race of the season. And she is catching Bailey. Will she get her at the line? Oh, a very good finish by Babcock, nearly catching Bailey of Norton. Rentschler of Smith Center is now going to finish for 3rd. And we've got TMP coming around the last curve in 4th place. That's Lane of TMP to finish things out for 4th place. So TMP finishes in 4th, and we have one more team still finishing things up. We have Beloit. That's Zimmerman of Beloit. She's approaching the last curve. After this race, we'll have the men's 4x8. We want to thank you for tuning in to Panther Television. This is the first time we've streamed track, so we know that we might have a little issues along the way, but we thank you for tuning in. We'll try to give you updates of other events when we have time to do so. Here comes Beloit's Zimmerman to finish things off for 5th place in the girls 4x8. Next up will be the men's 4x8. And that does it for the girls 4x8. So as a recap, and we'll get more official times later when we get to official times, and we'll post those later. But first place was Norton, and second place was Phillipsburg. Third place was Smith Center. Fourth place was TMP, and fifth place Beloit for the girls 4x8. And we're getting ready to get set for the men's 4x8. In lane 3 we have Phillipsburg. Rhett Shelton will be the first leg for Phillipsburg. In lane 4 we have Smith Center. Hendrick, oh, there we go. I got a little slow start on my timer up there. In lane 5 we've got Brockelman of Beloit. And in lane 6 we have Bender of Hayes TMP.
First call, girls.
Smith Center's Hendrick is fighting for first position.
You can get the results from
And Beloit's Brockelman in second, and Shelton of Phillipsburg in third.
Or you can scan the QR codes that are located around the facility.
Oh, dang it. What's wrong with our internet? Oops, I shouldn't say that. Okay, so we had some audio issues and now our audio's back on. Oh my. Thanks for tuning in to Panther Television. This is the first time we've streamed track. We've had all kinds of technical issues and internet issues, but we're trying our best to bring some action to you from Panther Stadium. We're set for the 110 high hurdles. We have one heat of the boys hurdles. In lane 1 we have Harmon of Beloit. In lane 2 we have Fowles of Hayes TMP. In lane 3 Jaeger of Smith Center. In lane 4 Warner of Smith Center. Lane 5 Kugler of Smith Center. In lane 6 Cox of Norton. Lane 7 Carr of Smith Center. And lane 8 Irwin of Phillipsburg. Still making some final adjustments here before we get underway for the boys 110 hurdles. Oh, we didn't get our clock started there. And it looks like Smith Center is off to a good start. And we'll hold and watch everybody finish there at the finish line. All right. That does it for our boys 110 hurdles. We will have the official times and results for you when we have opportunity to take a break and show you those final results. Also, at the end of our stream, we'll go through all the results of the entire track meet and give you a recap. So if you were wanting to know a certain result, we'll have those again for you as we finish up the track meet. And we'll bring them sporadically as well.
I'm leaving for good now.
Looking at some of our results from earlier, in the boys high jump, Pierman of Russell took first. Strobel of Russell took second in the boys high jump. Valencia of TMP took third. Harding of Norton took fourth, and Howell of Phillipsburg fifth. And Warner of Smith Center took sixth in the boys high jump. In the girls pole vault, we have in first place Jones of Norton with a jump of 8'6". In second place, Hofflinger of Beloit. Third place, Long of Smith Center. In fourth place, Corman of Phillipsburg. In fifth place, Keaton of Phillipsburg. And in sixth place, Higgins of TMP. For the boys pole vault, in first place we have Hyman of TMP. In second place, Keaton of Phillipsburg. Third place, Minkler of Phillipsburg. In fourth place, Strobel of Russell. Fifth place, Jacob of Russell. And sixth place, Norton. All right, we've got to go back to some running events. We've got the 100-meter dash. That was the first heat of the girls, 100 meters. In the second heat of the girls' 100-meter hurdles, in the lane 1, we'll have Miller of Norton. In lane 2, Wagstaff of TMP. In lane 3, Hanlon of Norton. In lane 4, Gross of Phillipsburg. Lane 5, Reuter of Norton. In lane 6, Banks of Russell. And in lane 7, Manning of Norton. As we get ready for the second heat of the girls' 100 meters. Of course, these are all finals. The top 4 places will medal. Top 6 places earn points for their team scores.
First call, girls, 1600-meter run. Please report.
So the girls are getting set for the second heat of the girls' 100 meters.
The results for the girls' 100-meter hurdles. In 6th place, Weigel of TMP. Reuter of Norton, 5th place. 4th place, Cox of Norton. 3rd place, Rumbach of Norton. 2nd place, Boydson of Phillipsburg. Winning today, Gottschalk of TMP with a time of 17:89.
It's like Gross of Phillipsburg is leading the way in the second heat of the 100. and she'll finish first in that heat. But we have one more heat of the girls 100 meters. In the final heat of the girls 100 meters, in lane 1 we have Gottschalk of TMP. In lane 2 we have Basgul of TMP. In lane 3, Knight of Beloit. In lane 4, Skimper of Phillipsburg. Lane 5, Nickel of Russell. In lane 6, Knight of Beloit. In lane 7, Schroeder of Beloit. And in lane 8, Calhoun of Phillipsburg. This is the third and final heat of the girls 100 meters. All right, runners are getting ready to take their mark. Looks like Skimper of Phillipsburg is leading the way. She's got a comfortable lead there as they head to the finish line. That'll do it for the girls 100 meters. Next up we'll have the first heat of the boys 100 meters. We will give you official times and results periodically throughout the meet when we can, when we have a break in action.
1600-meter run. Second call, girls mile. Please report.
Things are moving along pretty quickly, so it's hard to interrupt things for some other results, but we'll take a look when we can.
Sixth place, Harmon of Beloit. Fourth place, Floor of TMP.
As we get set for the first of 3 heats in the boys 100 meters, in heat 1, lane 2, we've got Koetkemeyer of Russell. In lane 3, Fahnensteel of Norton. In lane 4, Brooks of Norton. In lane 5, Babcock of Phillipsburg. In lane 6, Stanton of Hayes TMP. And in lane 7, Gottschalk of Hayes TMP.
Yeah, no, it won't matter to me. It's as long as their number matches the sheet. I don't care where he sticks them.
Here's the first heat of the boys. Looks like Babcock and Phillipsburg and Norton are there, neck and neck in this first heat of the boys 100 meters. Okay, we're getting set for the second heat of the boys 100 meter dash. In lane 1 is Skimper of Phillipsburg. In lane 2, Meidel of Phillipsburg. In lane 3 is Desbian of Smith Center. In lane 4 is Russell of Phillipsburg. Lane 5, Stalker of Smith Center. Lane 6, Carr of Smith Center. Lane 7, Smith of Norton. And in lane 8, Byfield of Russell. That was the second heat of the boys' 100 meters. We'll get ready for the third heat. In the third heat of the 100 meters, in lane 1 we have Jones of Norton. In lane 2 we'll have Schmidt of Norton. In lane 3, Tinico of Hayes, TMP. In lane 4, Whitmer of Russell. In lane 5, Harris of TMP. In lane 6, Lang of TMP. In lane 7, Anderson of Beloit. In lane 8, Hendrick of Smith Center. All right. Guys are getting set for their 100-meter finals. This is the final heat of the 100 meters. Looks like Whitmer in lane 4
The results for the girls
seemed to edge out the competition there.
tied for fifth place between Knight of Beloit and Gottschalk of TMP. Fourth place Schroeder of Beloit. Third place Nickel of Russell.
Let's take a look at some results really quickly here while we get ready for our next event. In the girls 100 meters, here's our results there. In first place you see Gottschalk of TMP with a time of 17:82. So here are the results if you take a look at your screen of the girls 100-meter hurdles. Second place Boyson of Phillipsburg. Third place Runback of Norton. Fourth place Cox of Norton. Fifth place Reuter of Norton. And in fifth place Weigel of TMP. That's the girls 100-meter hurdles. In the boys 110-meter hurdles, in first place was Warner of Smith Center with a time of 17:45. In second, Cox from Norton. In third, Jaeger of Smith Center. In fourth, Kugler of Smith Center. In fifth, Fowles of TMP. And in sixth, Harmon of Beloit. So there are some early race results that we have for you. Our next run will be the 1600-meter run, the women's. Our girls are getting ready to start for the 1600 meters. In the 100 meters, we've got Clydesdale of Norton and Bethfort of TMP, Enochs of Smith Center, Manning of Norton, Porter of Beloit, Kazia of Phillipsburg, Noller of Beloit, Jessup of Phillipsburg, Dortland of Russell, Kinney of Phillipsburg, and Henderson of Russell. As we get ready to start the girls 1600 meters. What is that? The results. No, I did not.
First call for the boys 1600. First call, boys 1600.
There you go. Let's keep that camera on the first three, the top three runners there. We've got Norton, Russell, and Phillipsburg leading the way. Just through the first 200 meters of the 1,600 meters, so they've got a ways to go yet. While they're making their way, I'm going to highlight some other results from our meet so far in the girls 100 meters. In first place was Skimper of Phillipsburg with a time of 13:08. No, that 13:08 can't be right. $13:08. So Skimper wins the 100 meters in a time of 13:08. In the girls 100 meter results, second place was Knight of Beloit. In third place, Nickel of Russell. In fourth place, Schroeder of Beloit. In fifth place, Gottschalk of TMP. And in sixth place, Knight of Beloit. That's the girls 100 meters. We're still running right now in the girls 1,600 meters as Norton has a comfortable lead. And they're in their second lap of 4 laps in 1,600 meters. So while they're running, here's a recap of the girls 100 meters. All right, that's time by Skimper is 13:08, and then here are the other placers for the girls 100 meters, and then in the boys 100 meters, we're still getting that brought to you. Winning that was Whitmer of Russell on the time of 11:36 for the boys 100.
The results for the boys 100 meter dash. In sixth, Anderson of Beloit.
We'll go back to take a look at the girls 1,600.
TMP. And third, Schmidt of Norton. Second place, Tinoco of TMP. And winning
There's the leader right now, Norton.
Russell with a time of 11:36. Second call, boys 1,600. Second call, boys 1,600.
The official time right now is 2:48. We didn't get our clock started on our stream, but as they finish up this second leg, we're at about 3 minutes right now. So our results of the boys 100 meters. In first place, Whitmer from Russell in a time of 11:36. In second place was Tinoco of TMP. In third place, Schmidt of Norton. In fourth place, Harris of TMP. In fifth place, Lang of TMP. And in sixth place, Anderson of Beloit. We'd like to thank our several sponsors for My Phillips County Online and PTV this year. We've listed them here. So many people in our community have supported both My Phillips County Online and Panther Television, and we appreciate your support. This is our first time bringing you streaming of a track meet. It's not an easy job, but we're trying to bring it to you as best as we can. Here's some more of those sponsors. And again, we want to thank you for tuning in to watch our broadcast of our track meet. It's a nice day here, a little windy. And a little cool, but pretty nice day considering Kansas weather for a track meet here at Panther Stadium. We'll take a look back at our 1,600 meter race that's underway right now. This is the girls' 1,600 meters. The time on the clock's 5:20. And our leader is right around our last curve. She's getting ready to finish strong to get first place for the Norton Blue Jays in the 1600 meters. Coming in second place is Smith Center. And in third place, we have Russell getting ready to finish as well. There she is. We've got a Beloit runner and a Phillipsburg runner for 4th and 5th. And looks like TMP will get that 6th place finish for your top 6 finishers for the girls' 1600 meters. Phillipsburg's Gracie Jessup getting ready to cross the finish line as well. Got a couple more runners to finish up in the 1600 meters. We want to thank you for tuning in to Panther Television. Let's take you to some other results that we've had so far at our track meet today. Girls javelin results. In first place was Reuter of Norton with a throw of 115 feet 10 inches. You can take a look there on your screen of the other results for the girls javelin. In the boys javelin, Walker of Beloit won that in first place with a toss of 175 feet. In the girls discus, Carter of Beloit wins with a throw of 103 feet 6 inches. In the boys discus, Seifert of Beloit wins with a throw of 150 feet 10 inches. And then in the girls shot put, Wassinger of TMP wins with a throw of 34 feet 11 inches. Let's take it back to our track, where we're getting ready to run the 1600 meter for the men's.
First call, girls 4x100 meter relay. First call, girls 4x100 meter relay.
Running in the 1600 will be Binder of TMP, Moon of Phillipsburg, Becker of TMP, Raby of Smith Center, Lampert of Russell, Overmiller of Smith Center, Porter of Beloit, Atwell of Norton, Plummel of Russell, Heimerman of Hayes, TMP, Kazee of Phillipsburg, Doan of Smith Center, Johnson of Phillipsburg, and Thompson of Beloit as we get ready to start off the men's 1600 meter race. Here's the men's 1600 meter race is what you're watching right now, and we've got Beloit taking the early lead with Smith Center right behind him. Another Smith Center runner in third and Norton in fourth as they head near the end of the first lap of the 1600 meters. Okay, we're continuing the men's 1600 meters. We have Beloit in first place with a 25-meter lead. I believe that's Porter of Beloit. We have TMP in second. And Eric Moon of Phillipsburg in third. .326 is the time right now as they get ready to head around this curve. And the lead racers are headed into the last and final lap of the 1600 meters. We have Beloit's Porter still in front. TMP in second, and Phillipsburg's Eric Moon is in third.
First, second, and third call for the co-ed thrower, 4x1 relay.
There's Porter of Beloit heading around that last curve. 5-minute mark has just been passed as he prepares to finish there. Down the final stretch now. In second place is Eric Moon.
Second call, Whitman's relay. Second call, Whitman's
Third place,
4x100 relay.
TMP. And the battle for fourth and fifth here as Russell will claim fourth place. Fifth place, Smith Center, and Norton will pick up a sixth place finish in the men's 1600 meters. So here's a look at those times for the girls 1600 meters. In first place was Clydesdale of Norton in a time of 5:54.46. In second, Enox of Smith Center. In third, Dortland of Russell. In fourth was Porter of Beloit. In fifth place was Kazia of Phillipsburg. And in sixth place, Beffert of TMP.
Third call. Whitman's relay, please report.
And once we have the final times of the men's 1600 meters, that's just finishing up now, we'll give you a look at those results also. Taking a look at some more results for you. I've been showing them on the screen. Right now we're running the co-ed weight men's relay. A few teams in that. And we're finishing that up, and we'll bring you the next race here in a second as we go through some other results that we've had throughout the day. All right, let's head it back to the track to take a look at what we're getting ready for. We'll be getting ready for the girls 4x100 meter relay race. So things are getting ready to be set up for the girls 4x100 meter relay race. We just finished up an interesting event. It's a non-scoring event. It was the a co-ed weight throwers relay. So 2 girls and 2 boys who also throw got their chance to run on the track in a non-scoring event, mostly just for fun. Get those throwers a chance to feel what it's like to run out there. We're getting set up for the girls 4x1, and lane 2 will be Phillipsburg B. Sophie M will lead the way for Phillipsburg B team. In lane 3 we'll have Norton. Addison Brooks will be the first leg, starting things off with them. In lane 4 we have Phillipsburg. Skimper will be the Heather Skimper will be our first leg. In lane 5 will be TMP. Basgall will be the first leg, and Beloit will be in lane 6 with Bogner as their first leg. We're getting ready to start the girls 4x100 meter race. Runners are getting set. Oh, no, they're just still kind of warming up. Again, Phillipsburg will have 2 teams in this race. We'll be in lane 2 and in lane 4. And that's Norton in lane 3, TMP in lane 5, and Beloit in lane 6. Just one heat of the girls 4x100 meter race.
Second call, boys and girls 400. Second call, both boys and girls 400.
All right. Things are underway. Looks like Heather Skimper for Phillipsburg's got a good lead as she sets to hand off to Babcock. Babcock for Phillipsburg out in lead. She gets ready to hand off to Gross of Phillipsburg. That handoff is successful. Gross of Phillipsburg coming around the curve. And she'll pass off to the anchor, Ava Skimper. That handoff is successful. And Phillipsburg with a commanding lead as they claim first. Beloit in second. And I believe that was TMP in third. Norton in fourth, and Phillipsburg B in fifth. That'll do it for the girls 4x100 meters. We'll get set for the boys 4x100 meters. There will only be one heat of the men's 4x1. In lane 1 will be Phillipsburg B. Ryan Babcock will be the leadoff man in lane 1. In lane 2 is Smith Center. Nate Hendrick will be leadoff man for Smith Center. In lane 3 we have Russell. And Strobel will be starting for Russell. TMP Harris in lane 4 will start things off for TMP. In lane 5 we have Beloit. Brockelman will be the first leg. And in lane 6 we have Norton. Matthew Schmidt will be the first leg. And in lane 7, Phillipsburg A. Carson Meidel will be the first leg for Phillipsburg in the 4x1. And we're getting ready to get started with the boys 4x100 meter race here at Panther Stadium. down. It should be. It'll save. Okay, looks like we have TMP leading the way with a 4x100 meters. TMP with a commanding lead. And then Russell in second, Norton in third, Beloit in fourth, Smith Center in fifth, Phillipsburg A in sixth, and Phillipsburg B in seventh.
In seventh place, we have Russell with a time of 1:09.
Do I just put Phillipsburg in here,
sixth
their
place.
time?
Third place.
We'll get set to run the girls 400 meters.
Place Beloit with 57.
While we're getting set for that, I'll recap some results.
Smith Center with 54.
The first race of the day was the 4x800 meter relay. And coming in first in that race was Norton. They had a time of 10:59.51 for a first place finish for Norton. In second place was Phillipsburg. Just got second by a tenth. In third place was Smith Center. Fourth place was Hayes T&P. And in fifth place, Beloit. All right, as we get ready to start the girls 400 meter dash, we just have one heat. In lane 1, we have Rowe of Norton. In lane 2, Miller of Norton. Looks like lane 3 is open. In lane 4, we have Heather Skimper of Phillipsburg. In lane 5, Babcock of Phillipsburg. In lane 6, Areza of TMP. Lane 7, Riffle of Phillipsburg. And in lane 8, Banks for Russell. After the first curve, looks like Phillipsburg's Heather Skimper is in good position to take the lead after the halfway mark. She's coming out with a nice strong lead. And Phillipsburg's Babcock in good position at second place. So Heather Skimper comes down the final stretch.
The results for the girls 100 meter relay. In fourth place,
Looking at a good time here as she crosses the line.
second place is Beloit. Winning today, Phillipsburg A with Skimper, Babcock.
It would be close if she broke that 1 minute mark, but she'll take first. Abby Babcock of Phillipsburg will take second. Norton will take fourth. I think that was TMP in third. All right, we'll get the official times and the results of that race later on. After we get the official times and results, the clock at the top of your screen is just an estimate to give you an idea of what's going on here. I try to get it started at the gun, but it is not the official time. It is not the official
Don't
time.
put that one in.
Now they had a disqualification.
Okay.
All right, we will get set for the boys 400 meter race. For the guys, we'll have 2 heats of the 400. In this first heat, in lane 2, we'll have Byfeld of Russell. In lane 2, we'll have Babcock of Phillipsburg. In lane 4, Stalker of Smith Center. In lane 5, Billinger of Smith Center. And in lane 6, Koetkemeyer of Russell. This is the first heat of the boys 400 meter yard dash. right, getting set for the boys, first heat of the boys 400 meters. Looks like Stalker of Smith Center's in the lead. He's battling out with his teammate Billinger of Smith Center in this first heat of the boys 400 meters. Phillipsburg's Ryan Babcock in third position in this first heat. That's Stalker of Smith Center. He will be in first place. After this first heat, we have one more heat, though, of the boys 400 meters. In second, that was Billinger of Smith Center. In third, Babcock of Phillipsburg. In fourth, Kotkmeyer of Russell. No, fourth, that was Byfield of Russell. And then in fifth, Kotkmeyer of Russell. Now we'll get set for our second heat of the boys 400 meters. In lane 1, we'll have Desbian of Smith Center. In lane 2, we'll have Bailey of Norton. In lane 3, we'll have Burks of Beloit. In lane 4, we were supposed to have Nick Skimper there, but I think he had an issue earlier on, maybe an injury, so he won't get to run today. He comes in with the best time. We'll have to go to lane 5, Frack of Norton. Lane 6, Valencia of TMP. Lane 7, Smith of Norton. And in lane 8, Hendrick of Smith Center.
For my 100-meter relay. In 6th place, Phillipsburg B. In 5th place, Phillipsburg A. In 4th place, Smith Center A. 3rd place, Norton A. 2nd place is Russell's A. And winning today, TMP with Harris, Jew, Tinoco, and Blaine, with a time of 44:34.
No, not me.
Not you then. Not yet, anyway.
So our Panther television crew that's bringing you this coverage today is we've got Luke Hoover on the camera up above the press box. And then we've got Liz Sauer working some computer and results for us as well. All right, we've got the 400-meter race. Looks like we have Norton's Frack with the commanding lead. That's Frack with the lead, and it looks like in second place, Bailey of Norton is positioning himself in second place. And also of Norton, Smith might be in the third position, but here comes Frack, takes it, and then looks like Norton will get a sweep. 1, 2, 3 in the men's 400 meters. Our next race will be the 300-meter hurdles. So before we take a look at that, let's take a look at some of our other results from earlier today that we haven't taken a look at yet. So in the boys 1600 meters, Porter of Beloit won first with a time of 5:15. Second was Moon of Phillipsburg. And third, Binder of TMP. Fourth, Lampert of Russell. In fifth, Overmiller of Smith Center. And in sixth, Atwell of Norton. Looking at some other results from earlier on, we have The girls 4x100 meter relay, Phillipsburg won that with a time of 51:41. And second was Beloit. In third, TMP. In fourth place was the other Phillipsburg team. And then we have disqualification there by Norton's team. Got out of the exchange zone, I believe. So some other results. The girls 1600 meters, we have Clydesdale of Norton winning that with 5:54. Take a look at some other results popping up on your screen here. In the boys 100 meter, Whitmer of Russell won that at a time of 11:36.
The results for the girls 400 meter dash.
And the girls winner was Ava Skimper of Phillipsburg. That time is 13:08. 13:08 was the winning time for the girls 100. Let's head back to the track and get ready for the start of the 300 meter hurdles. That starts after the first curve there. My camera guy will get there in a second. There he goes. Now he's finding it. And that's where the start is for the girls 300 meter hurdles. Let's take a look at our lane assignments. We're going to have 2 heats. In the first heat, in lane 3, will be Dibble of Phillipsburg. In lane 4 will be Reuter of Norton. And in lane 5, Boydston of Phillipsburg. So we'll have 2 heats of the girls 300 meter hurdles.
Will you know what it is if you read it off?
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in to Panther Television and watching the track meet here at Phillipsburg at Panther Stadium. This is the first time Panther Television has tried to stream a track meet. That's not an easy task, but we're having fun trying it. And we'll give you some results along the way and do our best to show you what kind of races that we can show you from where we are here. We're getting ready to start the first heat of the 300 meter hurdles. There are 2 heats in this race. Okay, we're getting closer to getting ready. There they go. Looks like Reuter of Norton got the early lead after the second hurdle.
Fourth place Stalker of Norton. Third place Stalker of Smith Center, sorry. Third place Bailey of Norton. Second place Smith of Norton. Winning today, Colton Frack of Norton with a time of 56:62.
That's Reuter of Norton finishing up this first heat in good position at first place. As Boydston of Phillipsburg is in second and Dibble of Phillipsburg in third. Now we'll get set for the second heat of the girls 300 meter hurdles.
First call, boys 800.
In lane 2, we'll have Cox of Norton. In lane 3, Jacobs of Phillipsburg. In lane 4, Rumback of Norton. In lane 5, Gottschalk of TMP. In lane 6, Knight of Beloit. And in lane 7, Honeycutt of Phillipsburg. Looks like Norton's Rumbach is in the winning position right now. She's the first one over the hurdles. Rumbach of Norton still in the lead. Rumbach will finish alone in first, and then we've got a close race for second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. The rest of the pack pretty tight. We'll give you that official result once we get it handed to us in those official times. So that does it for the girls' 300-meter hurdles. We'll get set as the hurdle hustlers hike up those hurdles a little higher. We'll get the boys' 300 underway here in a minute.
Second call, 800. Second call for the 800-meter run.
We'll also have 2 heats of the boys' 300-meter hurdles. In the first heat, once we swing it over there to the starting area for the boys' 300 meters. There we go. All right, as we get ready to start the boys' 300 meters, in lane 2, we've got Carr of Smith Center. In lane 3, we have Irwin of Phillipsburg. And in lane 4, we have Moon of Phillipsburg. In lane 5, Warner of Smith Center. In lane 6, Blue of Beloit. And in lane 7, Glendenning of Phillipsburg. This is the first heat. There'll be 2 heats of the boys' 300-meter hurdles. All right, guys are getting to their marks to start this 300-meter race. Looks like Smith Center's Garrett is out to a quick start and a big lead on this first heat of the boys' 300 meters.
800, final call. Boys and girls 800, final call.
Well, that's Smith Center's Garrett Warner. There he goes. Garrett will win this heat. And his teammate will come in second. And the rest of the gang here finishing up. That's the first heat of the boys' 300-meter hurdles. We're going to head to the starting area again and get prepared for the second heat of the boys' 300-meter hurdles. In this second heat, in lane 1, we have Cox of Norton. In lane 2, Fowles of TMP. In lane 3, Harmon of Beloit. In lane 4, Walker of Beloit. In lane 5, Jones of Norton. In lane 6, Lang of TMP. In lane 7, Jager of Smith Center. And lane 8, Montgomery of Smith Center. Tight pack right now. Looks like Walker of Beloit may have the advantage. Walker of Beloit in the lead. Jones close behind him of Norton. And now Walker is distancing himself from the pack.
Jacob Porter of Beloit, please report
Norton
to the start-finish line
looking in
to receive your
finishing in the second and third positions. So that's Cox of Norton in second and Jones of Norton in third. That does it for the 300-meter event. The women's 800-meter run will be next. You have 10 runners in the women's open 800-meter run. Well, we're getting ready for that. Let's see if we can update you on some results.
The results for the 1600-meter run for the boys: Atwell from Norton, Overmiller from Smith Center, Blanford of Russell, Binder of TMP, Moon of Phillipsburg. Winning today was Jacob Porter of Beloit with a time of 5:15:09.
Here's the results of the boys 4x100. TMP won that with a time of 44:34. And here's a look at some of your other results if you want to take a look at how things went down with the boys 4x1 as we get ready to start the women's 800-meter run. Here are the results of the girls 400 meters. Heather Skimper won that in the time of 1:01. Babcock of Phillipsburg got second with 1:06. So those are your placings and times for the girls 400 meters. That happened earlier. We'll bring you some more results after we. Let's give you one more result here. The boys 400. We've got Frack of Norton wins that with a time of 56:62. That's the best time today for the men's 400 meters. All right, let's head back down to the track as we get ready to start the women's 800-meter run. In this race, we have Heather Skimper of Phillipsburg. There they go. Didn't get the clock started in time. Looks like we've got Heather Skimper of Phillipsburg getting first position there. Other runners in this race are Clydesdale of Norton and Bailey of Norton. They're settling themselves into the second and third positions. And then Lane of TMP is sitting in fourth position right now. Other runners include Dortland of Russell, Porter of Beloit, Ericochi of Smith Center, Hubert of Beloit, Collins of Norton, and Henderson of Russell. So Heather Skimper leading this race at about the 300-meter mark of the 800 meters. Norton runners Clydesdale and Bailey close behind. And TMP's Lang a few yards back. That's the first lap. Top three runners staying really close. Heather Skimper won the 400 meters
Todd Bowman to the press box, please.
earlier today, and then is turning around and running the 800 meters. Not an easy feat, as there's only one race, the 300-meter hurdles in between. Let's see if she can hold on to win both the 400 and the 800.
Second call, women's 200 meters. Second call.
Norton's Clydesdale now takes the front position, but not for long, as the top three runners enter the last straightaway. Heather Skimper and Clydesdale battling out. Skimper's holding her position. She will win both the 400 meters and the 800 meters. Not an easy feat to run in a high school track meet, especially a small track meet where there's not much time in between those two races. Lang of TMP finishes in the 4th position, and we have Russell taking the 5th spot, and Beloit will take the 6th spot in the girls' 800-meter run. We'll get you the official times on that later on when we get those official times to us. Next up will be the men's 800-meter race. We'll take a look at some of the results from other races. Again, in the boys 400 meters, Frack wins that from Norton in the time of 56.62. In the girls 300 meter hurdles, Rumbach of Norton wins that in the time of 50.91. There's our other finishers there. That also includes Phillipsburg's Jacobs in 3rd and Phillipsburg's Honeycutt in 5th. We don't have yet the boys 300 meter hurdles. We're getting ready to type those in right now, and we'll bring those to you later on. All right, let's head back to the track and get ready.
The John Mason Mile Trophy is awarded each year to the winner of the boys mile at Phillipsburg Invitational.
For some more stuff going on, we're going to take a break here. We're going to show a couple commercials from our sponsors. We really appreciate the sponsors. These sponsors are My Phillips County Online sponsors, and we really appreciate their support to that website. Phillipsburg's video programs at the high school and the journalism programs at the high school are going to be taking over the operations of My Phillips County Online. So we're excited about that. And we, again, would like to just thank all our sponsors for the help that they've given for us. And that includes our first sponsor here, Firebolt Ag.
Firebolt Ag is a full-service fertilizer and chemical company that is here to help you increase your yields and profits. From our warehouse to the fields, count on Firebolt Ag to provide you professional and friendly service. We also provide cash marketing with our ag consultant and have options for crop insurance as well. Firebolt Ag, farmers helping farmers succeed.
We all make bad choices. Your insurance carrier doesn't have to be one of them. Make a choice you won't regret. The foremost choice.
In our area, ranching and farming are more than just jobs. They represent family traditions and a way of life. They are an essential part of our community. At First National Bank and Trust, community is what matters most. From agriculture to education, we support the talents and passions of those who make our community one to be proud of and a place to call home. First National Bank and Trust, where community matters most. In our area.
Okay, we're back here starting the men's 800. Looks like Phillipsburg's Joel Ford is off to a lead. Ooh, that's not Joel Ford. Oh, that's Rhett Shelton. That's Rhett Shelton of Phillipsburg in the lead. And Beloit's Brockelman right behind him, and Norton's Willauer. So those are your top three positions there.
First call, 200 meter dash.
Rhett Shelton's just a freshman. Heading through this 300 meter mark of the men's 800 meter. Beloit's Brockelman is close behind, and Norton's Willauer in 3rd position. We're at the 107 mark. That first lap was a 107 time for the leader right now, Rhett Shelton of Phillipsburg.
In 6th place, Harmon of Beloit. 5th place, Lang of TMP. 4th place, Jones of Norton. 3rd place, Cox of Norton. 2nd place, Bonner of to the center and winning Brendan Walker of Beloit with a time of 43.95.
Looks like Brockelman's making his move to get advantage over Shelton. So Brockelman now in first place, Shelton in second. As they finish this last curve and head into the last straightaway.
Second call for the men's 200.
Shelton kicking it in.
Men's 200.
He regains the lead. Phillipsburg's freshman Rhett Shelton looks like he'll win the 800-meter race. Beloit in second. And Beloit will also get the third place position. That's Staples of Beloit in third. And Willauer of Norton in fourth.
Lane of TMP. Third place, Haley of Norton. Second place, Clydesdale of Norton. Winning today, Heather Skipper of Phillipsburg with a time of 2:32.13.
The next race will be the women's 200-meter dash. While we're getting that set, let's go back to our results board here. Take a look at what we've got. There's some results for the 300-meter hurdles for the girls. First place was Rumbach of Norton in time of 50.91. And for the boys, in first place was Walker of Beloit with a time of 43.95. And for the girls 800 meters, we're still getting those results in there as you are watching here. We've got Heather Skimper winning that in a time of 2:32. She also won the 400 meter race in a time of 1:01. Clydesdale of Norton takes second in that race. Bailey of Norton takes third. Lane in fourth, and Dortland fifth, and Porter rounds out the scoring in the girls 800 meter as for those results. We'll bring you the official times for the men's 800 meter race once we get those results. And we'll head back to the track as we're getting set to get started with the 200 meters. We'll have 3 heats of the girls 200 meters. In the first heat, we'll have rolls of TMP in lane 3. In lane 4, we have Rowe of Norton. And in lane 5, Reeves of Russell.
That's where I'm headed.
Beyonce's out of town, so.
There you go.
Get out of here.
First call for the girls 3,200 meter run. First call, girls 3,200 meter run.
All right, so we're getting set for the girls 200 meters. The first heat of 3 heats. We'll have 3 heats of the girls 200 meters. All right, we're about to get set.
Hey. All of a sudden I look down at the clock and it said it was after 7:30. I'm like, oh man!
All right, here we've got the first heat of the girls 200. Norton's Row looks like she's. Oh no, we've got TMP's Robles and Norton's Row pretty close together in a tight race here in the girls 200 meters in this first heat.
Yep, sure can.
All right, as we get prepared for the second heat of the girls 200 meters. In lane 2, we have Cox of Norton. In lane 3, we'll have Calhoun of Phillipsburg. In lane 4, we have Corman of Phillipsburg. In lane 5, we've got Wagstaff of TMP. In lane 6, we have Hanlon of Norton. And in lane 7, M of Phillipsburg. This is the second heat of 3 heats of the girls' 200 meters.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to Phillipsburg High School on this Friday evening. Jess Ray alongside Robbie Gibson. We're here for the Phillipsburg Invitational Track Meet as things are moving right along. Man, Robbie, 6 teams. We really get moving through things quickly here today.
This has to be a new average. Just 16 across the board for track meets. It's just moving right along. It's a quick thing going on. No prelims, which makes things even faster.
That is true. Prelims are good because then you get to that
Okay.
line. It's exciting for the finals, but yeah, we're moving a lot quicker with no prelims.
Looks like TMP. Wagstaff of Team. Oh, now we've got Norton's Hanlon. She'll win the second heat. Corman's, Phillipsburg's Corman in second in that heat. That was heat 2 of the girls' 200. We're getting set for the third heat of the girls' 200. In lane 1, we'll have Miller of Norton. In lane 2, we'll have Weigel of TMP. In lane 3, we'll have Knight of Beloit. In lane 4, Skimper of Phillipsburg. In lane 5, Gross of Phillipsburg. In lane 6, Bogner of Beloit. In lane 7, Calhoun of Phillipsburg. And in lane 8, Manning of Norton.
First was Phillipsburg A with a time of 51:41. And the 400-meter dash in 6 was Brooklyn Rowe of Norton. And fourth was Erica Miller of Norton. And third was Adrian Azara of Norton. Second was Absat of Phillipsburg with a time of 6. From Phillipsburg with a time of 1:01:25. And the 300-meter hurdle.
While we're waiting to get started here, we just want to thank you for tuning in to Panther Television and watching the track meet here at Phillipsburg at Panther Stadium. This is the first time we've streamed track, so we know that we've got some room for improvement. But I'd like to thank our student PTV helpers. That would include Luke Hoover, who's up on top of the press box, working the camera, and Liz Sauer, who's in here in the press box, working on some results. All right, we're underway in the last heat of the girls' 200 meters. In lane 4, we've got Skimper of Phillipsburg. Looks like she's in the lead after the curve. And Gross of Phillipsburg in second. Ava pulling away with the first place finish. And Gross hanging on for the second place finish, so Phillipsburg will go 1 and 2 in the 200 meters. We'll give you those official times when we get them handed down to us. So we'll move on to the boys' 200 meter. Let's take a look at how many heats will be in the boys' 200 meter run.
The results for the boys 800-meter run: 6th place Bogner of TMP, 5th place Musquez.
There'll be 4 heats of the boys' 200 meters. In the first heat, we'll just have 3 runners. In lane 3 will be Alex Minkler of Phillipsburg. In lane 4 will be Trace Billinger of Smith Center. And in lane 5, Gabe Stanton of TMP. It looks like there's only 2 runners. So I don't see Minkler in there. So it looks like we've got Billinger of Smith Center and Stanton of TMP. Billinger of Smith Center looks like he'll have a huge advantage on this heat.
That was one of those races that came right down to the end. Brockman and Shelton battled it out all.
All right, that's the first heat of our boys' 200 meter. We have 4 heats total, so we're getting set for the second heat. In lane 2, we have Kotkemeyer of Russell. In lane 3, we have Anderson of Norton. In lane 4, we've got Smith of Norton. In lane 5, Carr of Smith Center. In lane 6, Skimper of Phillipsburg. And in lane 7, Fawn and Steel of Norton. That'll be Eli Skimper in lane 6. We have several good Skimper runners on the Phillipsburg team. So we've got Nick Skimper, who sometimes runs the 200, but he's out with injury today. But that's Eli Skimper in lane 6. This is the second heat of the boys 200 meters.
Two more for you.
And they're underway. Looks like Skimper is making the Skimper name proud. There you go. Oh, now we've got Norton and Smith Center closing the gap. All right, that's the second heat of the boys 200 meter run. Now we'll take a look at the third heat. In lane 1, we'll have Stalker of Smith Center. In lane 2, Hendrick of Smith Center. In lane 3, Brooks of Norton. In lane 4, Frack of Norton. In lane 5, Howell of Phillipsburg. In lane 6, Bailey of Norton. In lane 7, Russell of Phillipsburg. And in lane 8, Kelsch of Smith Center.
Gross of Phillipsburg winning today, aka the Skimper of Phillipsburg, with a time of 27:03.
Okay, here's heat 3. Norton Sprack in the lead. Kevin Russell of Phillipsburg in second, and Javen Howell of Phillipsburg in third. In the third heat of the boys 200 meters, we'll have another heat. The fourth and final heat's coming up next. In this fourth heat, in lane 1, we'll have Clark of Norton. In lane 2, Ney of Russell. In lane 3, Tinico of TMP. In lane 4, Whitmer of Russell. In lane 5, Harris of TMP. In lane 6, would have been Nick Skimper, but he had to scratch. And in lane 7, Schmidt of Norton. And in lane 8, Anderson of Beloit. All right, here's the fourth and final heat of the boys 200. That's TMP's Tinoco, and then here comes Russell's Whitmer. Russell's Whitmer will take first, and TMP will get second and third in the boys 200. Next up, we'll get ready for the women's 3200. We'll have 6 runners for the 3200 race for For today, we'll have Hall of Norton, Bullock of Beloit, Enochs of Smith Center, Armstrong of Beloit, Carter of Norton, and Miller of Norton.
Way better.
Alright, so in lane 1 we have Hall of Norton, in lane 2 Bullock of Beloit, lane 3 Enochs of Smith Center, lane 4 Armstrong of Beloit, Carter of Norton in lane 5, and Miller of Norton in lane 6. Alright, looks like we're getting ready to start 3,200. Okay, this is a rather long race, so while we're bringing you this race, we're also going to take a look at some of our other results. So we're going to give you some updates on some of our other races from today. As it looks like Hall of Norton is off to the lead in the girls 3,200 meters. Looking at some results in the boys 800 meters, Rhett Shelton of Phillipsburg. He's a freshman. That's a sturdy time for a freshman. He wins it in the time of 2 minutes 12 seconds. Brockelman in second, Staples of Beloit in third, Willauer of Norton in fourth, Marquez of Norton in fifth, and Binder of TMP in sixth. In the girls 200 meters, Ava Skimper of Phillipsburg wins that with a time of 27:03. Gross of Phillipsburg gets second, Knight of Beloit third, Bogner of Beloit fourth, Hanlon of Norton in fifth, and Calhoun of Phillipsburg in sixth. Okay, so let's go back to the track to take a look at how our 3,200 race is going. There we go. We're on lap 2, and that's Hall of Norton in the lead. Smith Center's Enochs is in second position. Norton's in third, and Bullock of Beloit is in fourth. There's our leader, Hall of Norton. We're going to go back and recap some more results here in a second. But before that, we're going to take a break here and thank our many sponsors of My Phillips County Online and Panther Television this season. Still in the 3200, there's Hall of Norton out in front with about a 40-meter lead over Smith Center and the rest of the game. Looking back on some other results of the day. In some field events, we've got the girls' javelin. All right, winning that with a throw up 115 feet 10 inches is Reuter of Norton. In the boys' javelin, winning that was Walker of Beloit with a throw of 175 feet. For the girls' discus, in first place was Carter of Beloit with a throw of 103 feet 6 inches. In the boys' discus, winning that was Seifert of Beloit with a throw of 150 feet 10 inches. In the girls' shot put, first place was Wassinger of TMP with a throw of 34 feet 11 inches. In the boys' shot put, Hawks of Norton wins that with a throw of 51 feet 3.5. In the girls' lawn jump, Nickel of Brussels wins that with a jump of 16 feet 9.5 inches. In the boys' long jump, Clark of Norton wins with a jump of 20 feet 2 inches.
Okay, they're right here.
All right, and then in the boys' triple jump, Clark of Norton wins that with a jump of 42 feet 11.25 inches. In the girls' high jump, Schlottman of TMP wins with a jump of 4 feet 10 inches. Boys' high jump, Pierman of Russell wins with a jump of 6 feet 2 inches. We'll take a break here and we'll just head back to the track. We're not taking a break. We're still working on that 3,200 meter run of the girls. So that's a look at what we've got going on there for the 3,200 meters. Out in the front is Hall of Norton. And we'll go back to some results here. In the boys' high jump, I think we went over that one already. Let's take a look at results in some of our other field events. The girls' pole vault, Jones of Norton wins with a jump of 8 foot 6 inches. In the boys' pole vault, Hyman of TMP wins with 13 feet. Kagan Keaton of Phillipsburg also with 13 feet. Hyman wins the tie-break situation there. In the boys' 110 meter hurdles, we've got Warner of Smith Center wins that at 17:45. In the girls' 100 meter hurdles, Gottschalk of TMP wins that with a time of 17:82. In the girls' 100, Skimper wins from Phillipsburg in a time of 13:08. In the boys' 100 meters, Whitmer of Russell wins with a time of 11:36. In the girls' 1600 meter, Clydesdale of Norton wins in a time of 5:54. In the boys' 1600 meter, Porter of Beloit wins with a time of 5:15. In the girls' 4x1, Phillipsburg wins with a time of 51:41. In the boys 4x100, TMP won that with the time at 44:34.
Good thing he messaged me.
In the girls 400, Heather Skimper of Phillipsburg wins with the time of 101:25. For the boys, Frack of Norton wins the 400 meters in a time of 56:06. In the girls 300 meter hurdles, Rumbach of Norton wins with 15:91. And in the men's 400 or 300 meter hurdles, in first place was Walker of Beloit with 43:95. Let's take a glimpse again. We're running right now the 3,200 meters women's race. They've all kind of spread themselves out a bit. Norton's Hall is still in the lead. That's Norton's Hall there. She's got at least a 60-meter lead over Smith Center, who's in second. So looking at team results. So we're talking about team results now after 16 events. So we just have this 3,200 meters and then the 4x4 left to add to this total for the girls teams. In sixth place right now is Russell with 30 points. In fifth place for team results, Smith Center with 35.5 points. In fourth place is Beloit with 87.5 points. And in third place is TMP with 101 points. And we've got a tight race with first and second place. Norton is in second place right now with 116.5 points. And Phillipsburg right now is in first place in team results. These are girls' results with 117.5 points. Of course, we still have this 3,200 meters, and Norton has 3 runners in the 3,200 meters. But we also have the 4x4. And, well, Phillipsburg has a pretty darn good 4x4, too. So that'll be an interesting race as we head into these last two events for team results.
First call, men 3,200 meter run. First call, 3,200
For the men's team results right now, Phillipsburg is in that sixth place position with 54.5 points, and Russell's in fifth with 64 points. Smith Center is in the fourth position with 72 points. TMP right now is in third place with 87.5 points. These are team results for the boys. In second is Beloit with 94 points. And Norton has a pretty solid lead here in first place for team results for the guys with 120 points. Of course, these results don't yet include the 3,200, which is going on right now, and then the 4x4. So those are the two events yet we still have to add to the totals. All right, the gun has just sounded, so we're on the last lap of the 3,200 meters as Hall is rounding that curve there in her last lap. In second place is Smith Center. That is Enochs of Smith Center. In third place is
second call, men's 3,200.
Beloit.
Second
That
call, men's
is
3,200 meter run.
Bullock of Beloit. So those are your top 3 racers right now in the 3,200 meters. There's our leader, Hall of Norton, getting ready for our last 200 meters of the 3,200 meters. And in second, we see Smith Center. That's Enochs of Smith Center in second. All right, let's watch our top finisher here.
Wake up.
All right, Catherine Hall of Norton takes first. That'll give Norton 10 points. We know that there's a tight battle between Norton and Phillipsburg to win this meet. They're 1 point separates the two. So that'll give an advantage to Norton for now. All right, as we finish up this race, let's take a look at some other results from earlier today in the boys 300. I think we've talked about this already. Walker of Beloit won with 43.95. In the girls 800, Heather Skimper of Phillipsburg won with a time of 2:32. That's just not long after she also won the 400 meters, a tough feat to do in high school track. And then in the boys 800, we've got Shelton, who's a freshman of Phillipsburg, winning with a time of 2:12. In the girls 200 meters, Ava Skimper, who also won the 100 meter, wins the 200 meter from Phillipsburg in the time of 27:03. And Phillipsburg teammate Trinity Gross gets second with a time of 28:33. In the boys 200 meters, in first place is Jesse of Russell in the time of 23:08. And that's all the results we have so far. That's a rundown of them. We're working on finishing up this girls 3,200 meter run. So that's a wrap on the girls 3,200 meter run. Our boys are getting set now to get started. Well, let's take a look at our lane assignments and the guys running in this race. We have 7 runners in the men's 3,200. Let's get this clock stopped and reset. In lane 1, we have Overmiller of Smith Center. In lane 2, we have Huntley of Phillipsburg. In lane 3, we have Doan of Smith Center. In this race, it's off to the lead in the men's 3,200 meters. All right, that's why Overmiller in first and Leighton Johnson right behind him. Phillipsburg's Huntley in third place there and Beckman in fourth. Just finishing up this first lap of the men's 3,200 meters. 7 more laps to go. Okay, Phillipsburg's Leighton Johnson now has the lead as we finish up the second lap of the 3,200 meters. Wyatt Overmiller in second. Nathaniel Huntley of Phillipsburg in third. And Preston Beckman of Phillipsburg in fourth. In fifth, we have Doan of Smith Center. And in 6th right now we have Throop of Russell and Mason or Thompson of Beloit finishing things up in the 7th position right now. 2 laps down and 6 to go on the men's 3,200 meters. Leighton Johnson with about a 7-meter lead. Maybe that's 10 meters now over Wyatt Overmiller of Smith Center.
Results for the women's 3,200 meter run. In 6th place, Miller of Norton. In 5th place, Armstrong of Beloit. 4th place, Carter of Norton. 3rd place,
How could that get first and that get
and
second?
2nd place, Enox of Smith Center.
Oh, that's
Winning
perfect.
today, Catherine Hall of Norton with a time of 13:41.
Okay, we're about to wind up lap 3 of the 3,200 meters. Leighton Johnson in first right now, and Wyatt Overmiller closing the gap of Smith Center as they approach the into the lap 3 and getting ready for lap 4. Nathaniel Huntley in 3rd for Phillipsburg. Preston Beckman in 4th for Phillipsburg. Dona Smith Center in 4th. Okay, we're in lap 4. Wyatt Overmiller passes Johnson. But Johnson's staying right with him.
So how are you related to it? Wyatt. Is it Overmiller? You gotta be related.
I am probably on my mom's side somehow. Cousin.
In 4th, but Dona Smith Center just passed Beckman of Phillipsburg. So we're a little over halfway done with the 3,200 meters. Let's take a look at the results that we had for the girls' 3,200 meter run. Here are those results. So in first place was Hall of Norton with a time of 13:41. And second was Enox of Smith Center. In 3rd place was Bullock of Beloit. In 4th place was Carter of Norton. In 5th place, Armstrong of Beloit. And in 6th place, Miller of Norton. So we were talking about that tight race between Phillipsburg and Norton in the women's team
4x4 relay, please.
race, basically. So Norton picks up 10, 14, 15 points there. So they're got an advantage over Phillipsburg by 13 points. So even if Phillipsburg wins and Norton doesn't place, it looks like Norton will win the girls' title today. Here's our leader of the boys 3,200 as he's finishing up lap 5. That's Wyatt Overmiller. And in second position here is Leighton Johnson of Phillipsburg. We're going to take a break to recognize some of our sponsors that we've had this school year for not only Panther Television, but also myphillipscountyonline.com. Phillipsburg High School's journalism program and video program will be taking over the operations of My Phillips County Online, and we're excited about that. We look forward to what all the new things that we'll be able to bring you guys this fall regarding that. So we're excited about that transition, and we'd like to take a moment just to thank all those sponsors.
Ranching and farming are more than just jobs. They represent family traditions and a way of life. They are an essential part of our community. At First National Bank and Trust, community is what matters most, from agriculture to education. We support the talents and passions of those who make our community one to be proud of and a place to call home. First National Bank and Trust, where community matters most.
Firebolt Ag is a full-service fertilizer and chemical company that is here to help you increase your yields and profits. From our warehouse to the fields, count on Firebolt Ag to provide you professional and friendly service. We also provide cash marketing with our ag consultant and have options for crop insurance as well. Firebolt Ag, farmers helping farmers succeed.
We all make bad choices. Your insurance carrier doesn't have to be one of them. Make a choice you won't regret. The foremost choice.